Okay, good day everyone. Today I'm gonna be demonstrating how to insert content into your Moodle platform, and we will begin by taking a look at our course outline. By the way, I'll be working on the information technology course outline that is for the fourth form level. I have already done the week 1, so I'm gonna jump to week 2. All right, week 2 has to do with Camtasia Studio, in general, video editing. Regardless of last year's lesson plan, whereby I was teaching Python and Raspberry, things tend to change, and we have to keep updated, actualize our plans. So this year, with all of this COVID situation, it's essential. I know that many students will have to ensure to work with video editing, recordings, online platforms, etc. So I find it very necessary for us to teach the students on how to use these educational tools. So let me begin by explaining the lesson plan for this week. It will be week 2, and of course the topic is video editing, with the subtopics being Camtasia Studio and Loom. These are both video recording tools, especially used for screencasting. Okay, so let me go directly into the session 1 here. I already have the content. So for session 1, we'll be taking 40 minutes for the session, although the teaching time will be approximately between 15 to 20 minutes. I do not have anything for session 2, session 3, etc., since I'll first begin with session 1, inserted into the Moodle platform. So let me go now to my web browser. I'll be using Chrome. Now I'll be going directly to my sign in web page there. Now I log in, and I'm inside Moodle now. This is the teacher interface. I know that students will also be gaining access to their Moodle account afterwards, whereby they'll be also provided with a username and a password. Okay, but currently we are still working on the Moodle, so I'll just jump into a class. Let's see, before, double click on it. I've already worked on week 1. So I'll now start working with week 2. So let me take a look at the topics that I'll be working with. So in my course outline, it's Camtasia Studio, Loom, and the SBA upload. But the topic for it is video editing. So here, I'll just click on it and ensure that I'm on topic 2. So I'll enable, turn on, editing on. Now I go to topic 2. I will edit topic 2. I'll type in week 2. Specifically, it is video editing. Okay. After that, I press enter. And now, yes, I can start working with week 2. So the first thing I want to create in this week 2 is an activity. So I'm in my activity section in the All tab. So I'll scroll down and I'll look for lesson. Okay, I want to teach the students first before attempting anything. So I now click on lesson. So the lesson name, video editing. All right, so the description for it is actually the content So what I can do is I can go back to my lesson plan and insert content in regards to Camtasia. So up to here, let's see, I can simply just copy that. Probably only a few of the pointers. And paste it in there. Okay, so I have a description of it as the Camtasia Studio, which will be the editing software that we'll be utilizing for this lesson. Now the appearance, the progress bar, yes, I want to enable that so that students can make progress and observe how they are also progressing throughout the lesson. Let me also display the menu. Availability, for this one, I will not enable it yet. Okay. Now the flow control, I will not allow students as yet also to review their work. Grading, I will not grade this, so I'll just put none. It's simply just the lesson. I will have the quizzes and the tests set aside for grading. So once I have that, then I can save and return to the lesson. Okay, so I have my lesson there. Now I'll want to work on it. Since this lesson, if I click on it, right, it simply just has content in it. What I want to do now is I want to add now the different questions and content page to my lesson so that I can see how the students are progressing throughout the lesson. We will now be adding a question page to our lesson. We have already created our lesson, the video editing one. So for this session that we have, we will first add a question page. That's because for our lesson plan for session 1, we have it that we have created the lesson already. We have added the progress bar and menu. Now we're going to have students attempt a question which will serve as a pre-assessment. So we want to know before we continue with the lesson if students are aware of certain things in regards to the previous one. So we go back to Moodle, and now let's add a question page. Now the question page, I could select what type of question it is. Essay, matching, multiple choice, numerical, short answer, or true or false. I'll just leave it as a default one, which is multiple choice, and add a question page. So before we continue with the actual lesson, I want students to be able to answer this question. If they cannot answer it, that means that they didn't grasp the content from the previous lesson. So they cannot continue until they answer it. So I'll just place the title as video editing question 1, page content. Now this is the question. And there it is. How many frames per second should standard videos have? So I will ensure that students answer this question correctly before continuing with the lesson. So multiple answer, nope, I'll only have one answer only. So answer 1, let's see, this is the one with the score, okay? That means this is the correct response. By the way, I'll be changing all of this afterwards. I know that some students will have access to it and will be able to see the answer afterwards. All right, so I'll be changing this afterwards. So the answer is 24. Do I want a feedback or response towards it? No. Right, answer 2. This is the one with no points, which means it's the incorrect answer. I'll just include there 12. I'll include a next one here with 0 points also, which is the incorrect answer. Put there 5. Okay, I just save the page now. And there it is. Okay. So I have now the video editing question available. So if students want to continue, they first have to attempt this. All right, if you want to edit that, let's say you did a mistake, you just click on the editing one and you go back to the multiple choice question. All right, see it here. So if they get the answer correct, they will move on to the next page. If they get it incorrect, they will remain there. If I want to change that, let us say for this one here, if I want to change that, let's say they need to go back to the previous page, I can do that. Maybe I want them to go back and review the information. So I just click on the previous page, right? For answer 3 also. If they get it incorrect, they have to go back to the previous page and review the work so that they can attempt the question again. So I'll save that, and there it is, right? So if I want to preview that, I click on preview, and there it is. How many frames per second should standard videos have? I know that the correct answer is 24. Okay? I can submit that. But currently I'm editing the lesson for this session only. So I continue with edit. Now that I have the video editing question 1, if they get it correct, now yes, they can move on to the next content page. So I'll click here on the drop-down menu and I'll find content page right here, add a content page. So I click on it. See, now I scroll down and there it is, add a content page. So for this one, the content for this one, let me go to my lesson plan. I'm already here, attempt the question. So students will read the content found in the first content page. Okay, so for this one, a video will be downloaded by the teacher, which will be viewed by the students. This is asynchronous since the students would be able to watch the video at any time. All right, so I'll go back here. So this will be the Camtasia installation title. So for page content, I'd want to add here the video found in YouTube. Okay, I have a video for YouTube. So that will be the one that I'll be downloading and then uploading it to my content page. So currently I was looking for the video. I already have it. So if you go to YouTube, this is the video that I'll be using. How to get Camtasia free. Now, of course, these are just the free trials. They still work on both the Mac and the Windows computer. Later on, I'll also be explaining on the Google Apps in case you're using a mobile device. So what we need to do now is download this video. I don't simply just want to give the students a link, right? Maybe they will be consuming too much bandwidth. So I'll just copy the link, the URL here in the address bar. I'll just copy that. All right, that's the URL for this video from YouTube. So let me just go now to YouTube to MP4 converter. I'll just use this one here. Click on it. Now I have to ensure that the file type is MP4, right, which is for video. Paste it there. Let me convert it. Okay, now that I'm converting the video, I have it available here for download now. So I'll just download the video. And there it is, okay? It's currently downloading and it's ready. So now that I have the video, let me just close this website here. Close that also. I'm back to my content page. So just go to that button there which says insert or edit an audio video file, right? It's a video file. So I'll just click on it and it's a video. Go to the video tab. The video source now, it's not a URL. I will browse my folders for it. Now I can go to upload a file, right? Because I have the file available in my download section. So the attachment, I'll seek for it, go to downloads, and it's right there. Okay, how to get Camtasia. Open it, save as Camtasia video, right? For further reference afterwards. So I'll just upload it now. It's just 8 megabytes. It's not a big file. I'll now insert the media. And there it is. Okay. So that's the video. I have it available. On the screen, you get to choose. Okay, and it's working fine. So the description of it. And there it is. Video that demonstrates how to download and install Camtasia Studio. So once they're done with this, they can jump to the next page. All right, so they only need to view the video and then they will grasp the content. Once they have that, they can jump to the next page. So save the page. There it is. So first they will answer the question. Once they're done with the question, they can jump to Camtasia installation. Once they have downloaded and installed Camtasia and viewed the video, actually it's not really installing it, they just have to view it. Now yes, I could add a next cluster or maybe a page. Let me go back to my lesson plan. So a video downloaded by the teacher has already been selected. The next pointer, students will attempt another question. So once they have viewed the video, they will have a next question now. So I'll go add a question page. This question is true or false. Okay, true or false question. So from the question type, I'll go to true or false. Okay, so click on it, add a question. There it is. So page title, Camtasia video. So let me ask the question. I'll just provide a statement there. So Camtasia Studio is not available for Windows computers. So the answer for that, is it true or is it false? It is false, okay, because Camtasia is available for Windows operating systems or computers. So it's false, it's 1 point. If they get it correct, they go to the next page. If the answer is true, that means it's incorrect, wrong, then I'll just add a response to them, okay, like a feedback for them. There. So if they get the answer incorrect, they'll have to go to the previous page and view the video again. So let me save that. So that's it. So I have 2 questions now, 1 content page. Let me go back to my lesson plan. And now it states an assignment will be provided to the students. Okay, so I go back, and the assignment will actually be, if I go back to my week 2, I'm in week 2, I have my lesson here, so I'll add an activity now. And that activity will be an assignment. All right, so I'll go to my resources, and the assignment section will be selected. So the assignment name, I'll go to Gmail, and let me move to my drive. I had already given a set of instructions to students in the Google Classroom. So I'll check the study packet for Ford Farm. All right, I'll move to week 2. All right, here it is, week 1, week 2 with Camtasia Studio. I already have an activity there. Students will download this, etc. So what I'll do is I'll just copy that activity, which will be an assignment for them. Okay, once I have that, I can go back to Moodle. The assignment name will be Camtasia installation. To the description, let me paste that. There it is. Okay. If you want to display the description in your classroom, you can select that there. Or else the students will also be able to view that whenever they click on it. Okay, so let's just leave it outside of it. So availability, let me disable those there, due date, because I still have to take a look at the dates in which we will be providing students with work. So I will not enable them as yet. All right, it's a file submission. If you note, students will only download the software, they will install it, and if unable to install, then I will have a virtual meeting with them afterwards explaining on other alternatives. All right, so here we have the maximum allowed files, just one file per student, file submission. They simply will need to submit a screenshot of it, whether they have already installed the software. So choose the file type accepted. It could be any image file, doc file, etc. Maybe they pasted it into a document. That also works. So I'll just click on all file types. Save changes. Now for the grade, yes, I will be grading this. So it will be in the form of point system. 20 points, simple direct grading, categorize, and grade to pass is 14. That's all I need to insert for the moment. So I'll just save and return to the course. And there it is, right? I have the Camtasia installation assignment. So let me go back now. Next one, it says a video prepared by the teacher will be uploaded to the class. Let me prepare the video, and then I will upload it so that you can view. And this will take a lot of time. Just explaining this has taken a lot of time currently, and I imagine if I show how to edit, upload, and afterwards simply just saving and processing the video will take a lot of time. Okay, so I'll just pause for right now. Okay, to conclude with our session 1 for week 2, as previously mentioned, I already edited the video, so I just need to ensure to go now to my lesson, video editing. Once I click to it, instead of preview now, I go to edit, and there I have my pages there. I have the question page, the content pages available, and this question, which is the true and false, once they answer it correctly, now yes, they will jump to the next content page. For this one, it's simply just the Camtasia overview. It's not for them to practice. They will do that in the next session. This is simply just for them to observe what Camtasia has to offer, what they can do with it. So the page content, it will actually be a recorded video of what they can do with Camtasia, since that will be explained in the Blue Button virtual classroom, which will be for next session. So for this one here, I simply just want to give them a preview of a video that many of them actually did on the previous session, which is the one on the video recording using their cell phones. Okay, so for this one, let me open Camtasia. This is the one that they'll be using, the 2019, or they can also upgrade to the 2021. I'll just click on it. And this is the recording screen. Okay, this is the interface for Camtasia. If you note, this is the record button. This is the one I'm using currently to record this session. So you can click on it to record, or you can, if you have the video already, I can go to File, and I can import it. I can import the media, or I can also just add on the little plus sign there, import the media. Now it is this one here, right? It says Ronaldo Video IT, but I already have it available in my media bin. So I'll cancel that. And this is the video that I edited using Camtasia. Right? Apart from recording your screen, you can also edit your information with it. If I double click it, there it is. If you note in this section, it's quite louder in comparison to here. Right? You could barely listen to it. On minute 34 also. There it is. We also have a little child there. So we would want to edit that. It doesn't have an end credit. So we would want also to include that. I close it. That was already included. What I did is I split the screen up to this section. It was split through that button there. Then I lowered the volume on that section. Then I added an intro. Right? You can also do that through the library. You have outros and you have intros that you can add to it. Annotations, of course, you can add it also. If you note, I included his name there. And at the end, an outro. Okay. It also has a transition, by the way. Then I just share that, go to local file, and the file type is MP4. What I did is I included the lowest quality, 480 pixels, so that it doesn't consume too much space, because I will have to upload this to the Moodle platform. Okay, then you just go to next, you go to finish, and that will produce your video. I already have it produced. I have it here. Okay, so now the volume is quite adequate. It doesn't sound too loud at the beginning. And in minute 34, I also zoomed it, right? So the child doesn't appear. And then I also included an outro. And that's it. So now what you need to do is go back to your page contents. I have already saved my file. Insert the media, since I want to provide that to the students as an example. Once again, go to upload the files, choose file. and it is saved in videos ICT profession, right? So there it is. Open it, choose the file. I'll just include there ICT, upload the file. It's about 25 megabytes in space, so it will take a little while for it to upload. Right? For the meanwhile, let's just wait there. It's already set. Insert the video and set. So it's now readily available for the students. I'll just include there edited video ICT professions using Camtasia. Once you're done with it, they can end the lesson. Okay, we'll just end the lesson, save the page, and that's it. That would be it for session 1. Okay, hope it wasn't too much. And after that, well, we'll simply be creating. I'll go back to before IT here. For the next session, probably what you can do is, as an activity, you can add the big blue button, this one here, which will be the virtual meeting for the classroom. But for now, we are done, so I'll just cancel it. We're done with session 1, and we'll continue afterwards. All right, thank you.